Right, what's up guys, welcome back to Matt Catches, and as you can see I'm back on the fishing location, and today I'm going to be fishing with a Parker bait again. I've got some little dumbbell hook baits which I haven't tried yet, so I thought I'll give them a try on the Ronnie rig with a mesh PVA bag, so hopefully they do the trick, because the weather, it's not massively cold, it's not quite warm, it's just mild to be honest, but the water's clear, it's not super windy, there is a bit of a breeze blowing across the lake, but it's warm enough that I can sit here comfortably in a jumper. So I'm going to get my rod set up, I'm going to show you my tactics and my rigs and that, and hopefully we can have a fish, one maybe two if we're lucky, because the conditions do look quite good for a bite. So I'll be back with you when I'm set up and I'll show you my rigs. Right guys, so the rig I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using a 6-inch Ronnie rig, and I've just got a 2-ounce lead on a lead clip, and then on the end of the Ronnie rig I have got one of the Parker baits hook baits which they sent me in a little packet, paired up with a size 4 hook, as you can see there, with a little rubber stop on it, and on the end of there I'm going to be attaching just a standard mesh bag PVA straight through the hook, so that's going to sit on the hook bait, dissolve and leave a little bit of bait dispersed around the hook. I'm going to put a bit of this Parker bait spray that on. I don't know if it is actually a bit of the Parker bait spray I'm going to spray onto the mesh bag. I don't actually know if it's PVA friendly, but it hasn't dissolved from what I've used so far, so I'm going to spray a bit of that on definitely, because the smell from this is absolutely amazing. So that's my rigs and tactics. Actually, I forgot to say that. Going to be casting back over in that bay where we had the couple of fish from last time, and same tactics as last time, so hopefully that, fingers crossed, that'll bring us a fish, maybe one, maybe two, maybe three if we're lucky enough. Hopefully that'll bring us a fish, so I'm going to cast them out now. Got my throwing stick with me, I'm going to throw some bait out, and hopefully that'll get us a fish. So I'll see you in a minute. Right guys, I'm back. It's been a couple of hours, just about to stick my tea on. It's about 7:30, and this rod has a couple of beeps on it. Like beep beep, stops, beep beep, stops, beep beep, stops. So I struck for it, thought it was a bream, and it's a whopper of a carp. It's really big, really fat, it's got a massive head on it. Honestly, it could be one of the biggest ones we've had out of here so far. On that Parker baits dumbbell hook baits, so it seems to have done well so far. It is huge. So first thing I'm gonna want to do is put some water on it. I have already wet them out and everything. I've got a saucepan, I've got my bucket today, so I've sacrificed my saucepan for my breakfast, put water in it. It has been cleaned. Cover it up is a flapper. It has been cleaned. I cleaned it out before I came, so I was going to eat out of it, but obviously not. So got it nice and wet. I'm going to put some Nash first aid kit, some of the Nash, I forgot what it's called, one second, the Nash Medicarp. I'm going to put some Medicarp on the fish now, on the wound where it's been. So, and I saw it was hooked in the bottom right of its mouth, there we go, and it's got some, just dry it off, it seems to have a few leeches, which could suggest it's been lined at the bottom, not very active. So I'm going to just peel them off. I was watching Cornhawks, that's what they said. So get this, Carp on the wound. Nice, hey look, it's gonna flap about. Have to cover its eyes, stop it flapping. Nice rub on the wound, on both sides. And that should just stop it getting infected. And, it's a lively one. If only it was this lively when I was reeling him in. And a bit more water over the wound just to seal it off and create a field. So I'm going to get it out the landing net and give it away, and this could very well be a PB fish for this lake. So I've got my weigh sling and I've got my scales today. I haven't forgot my weigh sling, and it's a good job I didn't to land this what seems to be a monster carp. So let's get this zipped up. There you go. There we go, just a bit tricky to find the zips. Zip it up so we can't slide out, and we'll grab both ends of it and grab the scales and see what they're saying. So we'll zero the scales, set on pounds, let's hook it on and lift it up. 20 pounds and 4 ounces. 20 pounds and 4 ounces that is. That is, after the weight of this, I think it's just over an ounce. That should be, not my PB, but a PB on this lake. I think the second biggest one we've had 17 pounds out of here. So this is a good moment. So I think the thing I'm going to do now, as I bet you're all dying to see the fish, I'm going to get it out for you and give it a look, because Jesus Christ, is it a fat fish? Oh my God. Oh, take a look at that mirror. That is an absolute beast of a fish. The biggest one I've had out of this lake by far. And look at its scales. It's absolutely amazing. It's almost as pretty as the little stockies, but this one's got a few more pounds on it. Them stockies clearly went and told the bigger brothers and sisters where to come for the right bait. I caught this on the Parker Baits dumbbell hook baits, which they sent me in a little package, throwing mixed boilies around it, bit of bait spray on it, and look at the epic result that we've caught. I'm going to put him down, show you the other side, and take a look at the other side. What a beast of a fish. The scales and the texture of this fish, absolutely amazing. It's got a couple of marks, like scars on that side, which is a bit of a bummer, but I guess you can get them with age. But look at its mouth, it's huge, its head's huge. Absolute monster of a fish. This is one for the records. So I'm going to get a photo with it, I'm going to pop that up in a minute, I'm going to put it back, and hopefully it grows a bit bigger and we can have it again one day. Beauty. Go on. And off he goes back into the depths of the lake. Hopefully we catch many more like him, and he isn't a one-off. So I'm going to get a photo of him sorted and edited, and yeah, get hot chocolate on some tea, I think. That is a cracking fish. Right guys, it's currently about 10 o'clock and I'm going to head off to sleep. Hit the hay, get a bit of sleep in so I can get up tomorrow morning, aiming for about 7 o'clock. Hopefully catch the time lapse of the sun and get my rod recasted nice and early. Possibility of having a fish throughout the night and even in the morning, so we're looking forward to that. We've got plenty of time, so hopefully fish comes across a bait and we get one. That left hand rod been beeping and beeping and beeping and just taking a little bit of line, so I took the bobbin off, just held the line in my hand, you feel it pulling, so I reeled it in. Absolutely nothing on the end. I thought there would have been a bream stuck on the end, but absolutely nothing, unfortunately. So anyway, I'm going to get some sleep. I'll speak to you guys in the morning, hopefully before with a fish, but if not, I'll see you in the morning. Right guys, so as you can see, we've got another fish in the landing net. It's an absolute cracking start to the morning. We've just come in, I was doing a time lapse, just set that all up, and as you just seen in the time lapse, I was up, had a fish, I was just about to recast my rod to him, glad I didn't, left him an extra 15 minutes for the time lapse, and it resulted in this beauty, which you can't actually see yet, but first off guys, we're going to put some water on it, keep it nice, hydrated, and don't let it dry out. And then, I'm going to get my Nash Carp, dry off where the hook's been, and we want to just disinfect that area. So where's the hook been? Ooh, smack bang bottom of the mouth. Let's just dry that off. Grab one of these cotton buds. I did see, I forgot who it was now in the comments. I'll try and put your name up there and find out who it was. But told me you can actually wash these cotton buds and reuse them. So that's what I've done. Rinsed them off with so cold water, not put any soap or anything on them, just so it doesn't injure the fish. But we'll wipe that on the wound there, both sides, just keep it nice and clean. And then we'll put some water on it again, just to create that seal. So let's give it a weigh. 21 pounds and 2 ounces. So this is going to come out at about 19 pounds, taking off the weight of the scale, the weigh sling. So that's the biggest one we've had this session. That is huge. Ooh. Take a look at that beauty. There is a scale, or 2 scales on the side which have come off. So I am going to disinfect them, put some Nash Medicorp care on that. Take a look at the size of that fish. Absolutely enormous for the size of the lake, and the colours on it, absolutely beautiful. Beats them little stockies because of the size of it. Some of them are amazing. All the fish in here are amazing, to be honest. And mint condition, apart from this side where it's got a few marks on it. But absolutely amazing, you can't beat these things. I'll show you the other side now. And there we have it, the other side. Absolutely amazing. The little leech on its mouth, will get that off in a minute. But as you can see on this side, there's a couple of scales which have come off, which is a shame. But there's not much we can do about that. That's just could be from spawning from anything. But we can tell they've been sitting around because of the leeches. But it's one beautiful fish, absolute whopper of a size. We made one PB, now this is the other. Broke PB twice this session for this lake anyway. So I'm going to get a photo, get it back, and let it grow a bit bigger. And there we go, second fish of the session. An incredible sized fish for this lake. That was amazing. 2 cracking mirrors this session. Hopefully we can catch some more next time. I can see some bubbles where some are feeding right now out in the lake. So I've got my rod recasted. I'm going to make some breakfast and wait for the next bite, hopefully. Right guys, and there we have it, some sausage butties. I've finally made my breakfast, and I've got to say, the best hot chocolate I've had for water is this Galaxy instant hot chocolate. Absolutely amazing. Better than that Cadbury's Whisper stuff. I did throw that away after a couple of sips because it's just it wasn't it. But we've had 2 cracking fish so far. I have had a couple of bites and there's some bubbles coming across, so I've thrown some bait in. Tried video it and the camera battery died, didn't it? So yeah, I haven't got that on camera, but I'm going to eat my breakfast, keep watching the water, watch where them bubbles are. Hopefully they drift across by my bait and we can have another fish out. But even if we don't, we've had 2 absolutely stunning fish. And I was looking back through my photos, and actually the fish we had this morning at 19.2, I had, what was this, I think it was November time last year. I had it about 18 pounds something. I think it was a high 18 pounds, so it is putting on weight. And yeah, it's nice to see it again. We've had it out and it's doing well. So that's brilliant about that. So I'm going to eat these and fingers crossed we get another one. If not, it's been a cracking session so far. So I'll see you when something interesting is happening. Right guys, unfortunately we're coming to the end of the session. We've had 2 cracking fish though. We've had an 18-pound mirror and a 19-pound mirror this morning. Absolutely beautiful fish. That 19-pound mirror we had this morning, I don't know if I already said, but I was checking over some photos and I have actually had that fish before a couple of months ago, back in November. Just probably about a month or 2 into starting fishing this lake, and it was about 18 pound then, so at least it is putting on some weight. And hopefully it should break the 20 pound mark pretty soon. Hopefully if he carries on feeding throughout the summer, might have a 20 pounder by next year. But all we can do is hope.
So I caught both of them on the OG Fruit and Nut Porker Baits dumbbell hook baits, which she sent me in a little Ziploc bag, which have done absolutely amazing. Paired them up with a 360 Ronnie rig and a mesh PVA bag on, and that's done me absolutely amazing. She's throwing a bit of bait out with a throwing stick. I can't fault it. So as always, this is Matt Catches signing out, and I'll see you in the next video.